What is happening, everyone? Mystic Fluffy here. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing well wherever you guys are. In this video I'll be talking about XY Evolutions and where it sits. Is it a good investment strategy or where it's going to be in the future outlook? So stick around, guys. Alright guys, so here we are, we have the card list of XY Evolutions. So basically it's a replica of the base set. And here we are, so not everything's the same, they have added some additions on top of the base set cards. So the chase card is, once again, it's a Charizard, which is identical, or almost identical as the base set one, which is fetching for quite a bit. So there's another Charizard, so you got the starter of Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. And then thrown in some break cards. So you got Ninetale Break. Not a huge fan of them, but some people probably dig them, but not my thing. So as we scroll down, so they've added some different cards, like this Slowpoke and this Slowking, bit of Japanese writing. Let's have a look. Yeah, so they add some of these ones, but they're not hugely popular. Let's go down, so you got Raichu, so more break cards, you got Nidoking, Mewtwo, Mew, more breaks, Clefairy, let's see, so yeah, some trainers, and you have the energies, and then these ones, you got these ones here. The nicer one's probably the Dragonite, it's not too bad, just not the same when you have the XY Evolutions copy of the older sets. Pidgeot's not bad, and then Mewtwo, yeah. Still okay, passable. So, you know, base set's been copied so many times because the original is, you have first edition, base set, then you have Shadowless, then you have base set, and then there was base set 2, and Legendary Collection, which is all from Wizards of the Coast. So that's 5 different variations of the same set. And after that, you have Nintendo that took over, and I believe it was Stormfront, which was their own variation of base set, but there was some sort of adjustments with the artwork. And now you have XY Evolution. So a bit about XY Evolutions, it got released a few years back. They printed so much of it, and a lot of people didn't really want it. It wasn't that in high demand. I think at the time it was selling for about $200 when it was first released, and still kind of sat in that kind of price group. And come to 2020, in August the 14th, another sales of XY Evolutions booster box, and you could buy them for about $150 to about $180 right off the shops. And now there's just ridiculous prices. So we just look at some sold listings on eBay. So this is the most recent one, so $655 for XY Evolutions booster box. About a month ago, or maybe more, it was sitting about $1,000 for a booster box. So that's a huge increase from what it was, $160, $170 to $1,000. And if you bought a case or more, then you would have made your money back if you sold it then. So it's because of a few influences that did bring up the hype and the fame of Pokemon cards, and then opening first edition is nostalgic for people, and then maybe a lot of people have forgotten about opening Pokemon cards, and then reliving that nostalgia, people got back into the hobby again. And yeah, so everyone was just, you know, joining in the hype, and then the prices and the influx of people wanting to get, you know, first edition booster boxes, but they couldn't because no one's really willing to pay over $100,000 for a booster box. And then your next best bet is the Shadowless, and that's still expensive. And you got base set, and base set was still rising. Now Legendary Collection's always been expensive. Base set 2, it's been on the rise as well. And XY Evolution is the next best thing you can get, which is affordable and then still has that nostalgic feel to the original vintage cards. But that's just insane. So $655 is what it is now. It's dropped, you know, heaps since then. It's almost half. So a case, $5,000. What's that? So $5,000 divided by 6. So you're both getting a single one in cases. That's expensive. That's $800 for a booster box if you were to buy a case. So then, well, if you want to save more, you can buy these loose packs. So 36 loose packs, 410. Someone's paid almost $700, including the acrylic case. So acrylic case is about $100 roughly. So yeah, it's dropped a bit. So not heaps, but I reckon it would slowly be on the decline. So this one's not too bad. If you bought this, it's cheap. Well, it's cheaper than what the other ones are. But the main chase cut is Charizard. So we'll just look at some sold listings. So there are the reverse ones, which is not as rare as a normal holo. So reverse, $120. Another reverse, almost $200. And I think holo rare. Oh, so holo rare is only about $154, but I think at the time when they first got released, like years ago, it was like $5-10 for a Charizard. Now it's just gone up insane amounts. I can't find anything. So a PSA 9 for a Charizard holo is almost $2 grand, it's about $1,700. I think I just saw one when I was looking for it. PSA 9 was 10. But prices for these are just ridiculous. For just this Charizard, I know it's the main focus. So here we go, $10,000 for PSA 10, but it was probably best offer. So maybe it was 7,000, I don't know, but 9,000, 8,000, but it wasn't 10,000. So, but still, even if it's more than $5,000 for something that's very modern that just got released, I know it got released years ago and then got released again. They're just insane prices. So the reason why it's gone up is because of influencers that spiked up the prices. But now that the hype has dropped a bit, prices have dropped a bit, and then people can't really keep up with the prices of XY Evolution boxes. So not everyone's willing to pay, $1,000 for a booster box. Or if they were to pay that much, it'll be more like the older sets, not something that came out like a couple of months ago. And so people spreading their money elsewhere, investing elsewhere for smarter strategies, and this month's just been hectic as well. So you got the new set, Vivid Voltage, that got released. I know it's a bit delayed for Australia, so that's released. Then you got the Shiny V, that's got released as well. Some other Japanese stuff like the Kanazawa, Pikachus, and that box you can get. There's been like the Charizard Japanese Illustrator promo, special delivery Pikachu got released. People, there's all sorts of things that people are tied up on and that have been released recently. And I'm sure there's a bunch of us that are setting up for the 25th anniversary, and there's been pre-orders ready for that. And also, Champions Path is coming out in January, so pre-orders for that. And you got Hidden Fates, Elite Trainer boxes, and then people investing into that, trying to get a bucket load of that. And it's just a few reprints of other things like modern sets. So slowly people turning away from Evolutions. It's too expensive, and they realize that it's not the same as the base set because it's not produced by Wizards of the Coast. It is produced by Nintendo, so it doesn't have that really same feel to. Although the card's still the same, it's not really all there. So I think down the track, it would, like, for an investment strategy, it's probably not the best. You're probably better off investing into other sets that are more popular, like your Champions Path, Hidden Fates are coming out. XY Evolutions, I believe that would drop a bit more. I'm sure, like, if you were to hold on to it for like a couple of years, and if there was no reprints of Evolutions, then you'll make your money's back. But at the moment, it's just so much products are out there, and it's hard to really know where to invest in and buy your products from. But there will be a slow downtrend, and eventually it'll pick up again down the track. But there's just too much attention on other really good modern products as well. I mean, the Vivid Voltage has amazing rares and the chunky Pikachu, so people focus on that rather than Evolutions, because once something becomes too popular, you just get a bit over it and you just move on to the next thing that comes out. And then, so much Pokemon news and there's also the special delivery Charizard that's coming out soon. There's a lot of things, and the futsal cards such as Pikachu that's being released. So, but it's probably not the best investment option to invest in XY Evolutions, because I think people that bought it were kind of new to the hobby, I would say, or just they've had a fear of missing out, so they wanted to get some, and then they'll think it would gradually increase, like first edition booster box. You never really saw first edition Shadowless booster boxes being released and dropping in price. It was always on the steady exponential increase. While they'll think the same principle will apply to Evolutions, but Evolutions is still not the same. As should be a guaranteed drop, and then it should stabilize for a bit and then may drop again, stabilize, but eventually it'll go up again in a few years down the track. So I'd rather invest my money elsewhere, because it's XY Evolutions. I mean, it's a modern product, and Pokemon might want to decide to print more of XY Evolution, so that's the danger side of investing in modern products as well. But guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think of XY Evolutions. If you think it's going to go up, if you think it's going to go down, if you think it's a smart investment, let me know. I'm always learning about the market, seeing what's trending, what's popular, because it's an ever-growing industry. It's the franchise is just huge, and so many people are coming into the hobby as well, new people, and once you're new, you think that it's a good deal, so you jump onto that, but without doing much research, you're not really too sure. But everyone wants to relive their childhood. The nostalgia is real, so that's where Evolutions does capture a certain target of audience, if not a larger part of the audience. Guys, let me know what you think there, and if you can, subscribe, hit the like button, and as always, keep safe, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you on the next one.